Hi, YouTube fam. I thought I would bring you along with me today. I, well, welcome back. Welcome back. Doo-doo. Hi, my name is Sharifa, and I'm the Nubian Review. Coming to you today with not a book chat. However, I have been talking about some home improvement projects that I've been working on for a while. And I thought I would just bring you along and let you see what I'm working with, and also, well, what I'm working on. And also, you may see a cat or a few walk by because I have several cats. So don't mind them. They probably just want some screen time. So previously, I was sharing that I was doing some home improvement projects. For one, I'm taking it room by room. And I realized the reason why a lot of my projects are not being completed is because I will start somewhere and then I wouldn't finish. So, the beginning of the year, I started organizing, looking at, what I need to do in a timely fashion. And I went to each area of my house, inside, outside. What projects are the biggest? Which ones are more expensive? Which ones that will not only just take my time mentally, but physically, because sometimes I need the physical labor to help me move the items. Well, I started out in my kitchen after doing an assessment of everything, because some of the projects I will need to move furniture pieces out my house and refurbish the space and then move it back. So I kind of figured, you know what, let's start where I just need to touch up some items and give it a fresh new look. So these are the things that I've been wanting to do for a while. So right now, you see me sitting in front of my makeshift open pantry. Now, this was a bookshelf. And I guess in future videos, because I didn't do a before shot and I probably should have, this was a bookshelf. So I use it as an open pantry. And in this open pantry, I have all of my dry products in here. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get the camera over here. So what you see right now are a lot of dry products. I have my beans right here. Just pretty much beans, lentils, rice, and stuff like that. The rest of the stuff is not here because I'm actually in the process of moving all of these items out. Let me show you. And also, I'm not finished. So I take, say for instance, like this is a tomato sauce jar. So I take my jars. I'm heavy on recycling. I am heavy on recycling. Let's just say that. I don't think I need to go buy items for everything. So old. I mean, this is a what I call a tomato jar. So it's clean, but I'm not done with it yet. I have labels for it, and I need to paint the top of it. But until then, I still have the label jar. So I have several of these with different type of lentils. That's a good way to store your items. Take them out the bags. These are chia seeds. So all of this will need to be labeled. But for now, I'm moving it out the way with the rest of the stuff. I have my big jar of beans down here. I love beans of different types. At one point in my life, I was making beans. Look at my black beans, you guys. I was making beans at least once a week. I don't do it as often now. I don't know. There's particularly no reason why I don't, but you know. So I have 5 jars of beans. So I only moved 3. 3 was only still on the shelf. And this is my actual bookshelf. So how I got this look. Green is my favorite color. Hands down, green is my favorite color. I painted this and I got wallpaper from the Dollar Tree. And I just put it as a backsplash. So the colors that I am choosing for my kitchen look is not conventional. I have a lot of warm colors, but I do put, I'm adding in some coolness in the background, to kind of balance out that color for the seasons. Because, I mean, I don't change out my items seasonally. Some people may, but I'm a one girl deal. Like, I will probably change out my, say for instance, my washcloths and mittens and stuff like that for the season. But for the most part, I'm not giving a seasonal overhaul on any of my items. So the colors that I have are kind of awkward, but I love my green. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is actually spray this bookshelf down. I'm going to wipe it off again, and then I'm going to put the center shelf on it. It is now dry. I had to paint the middle shelf, and then I'll be done with that. And then I'm going to start painting my spikes rack drawers and let that dry. And I have a compost sign that I need to put the word compost on it so I can put it by my compost bucket on my porch. So that is my small compost bucket. So what I do is I have a small bag of dirt by my door, inside of a somewhat of a plastic container. This is one of my little girls. She's my 10-year-old, so she could be a little cranky. No, she's a sweetheart. But she's a little bossy. So what I do is I sit it by my door, and in the evening time, whatever scraps I have, I put it in the compost. If I have like meat scraps or something like that, I'll feed the neighborhood cats if I'm not giving it to my cats. A lot of times they do like to eat the scraps, but they eat pretty good. So, and another thing is that I don't want them to get into the habit of eating, like feeling like every time I make something to eat, they're going to get scraps. I mean, so what I do is I just leave it for the neighborhood cats, and they'll come and get it. I do take the bones and everything out of it, to make it safe for them. So I have another cat right here by me. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is, I thought I had it by me. I'm going to get the cleaner. I'm going to wipe this off right quick. And then I'm going to put the shelf on, and then I'll let you guys get a full look. Wait, no, no, no. Just give it a good clean. Before I put my shelf on here, wipe out the black stash. Cats, they love being in this space. Every space is theirs. Some finished cabinets. Scratches right there. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so this is the new pantry, you guys. I have took an old bookshelf and I put canned goods up here. Like I said, this is my open pantry. So what I did was I have this spot right here for canned goods, and then I have this lower shelf. No, you can't get up there. No, little mama, it's still, yeah. Here go one of my little babies right here. Still wet. You can't get up there. And that's another problem I'm having. My cats, they love just jumping on everything, especially if I touch it. They'll go right behind me and touch it themselves. But I painted it green. I couldn't tell you what color it is, but it's a beautiful green. And I it was a brown, like a mahogany color. So of course I had to sand it down, make sure that it was smooth. And I just painted it. Like, I want to say this is about a good 2 3 coats, 2 coats in some area, but at the most 3 coats, to get that rich green that I want. And then of course this backsplash back here, I got this right here from my local Dollar Tree, one of my favorite stores to get, like little craft projects and stuff like that. So what I will be doing is I'm going to wipe my jars down, and I'm going to put it right back in this spot right here. So just give me a one moment. This is one jar. All right, so I am done with this first phase of this project. All I have to do now is I'm going to wipe off my cans, organize them, and I'm going to set them on this shelf. This is the pantry where I'm actively using certain type of pantry goods. So because I want it to be in an open space, I have a bigger pantry that I'm working on, and I may show you guys some before pictures before I start. Well, before I finish. I will show you some pictures before, because I am just taking furniture and I'm utilizing it differently. So the cans will be up here. I usually have like maybe a good 2 3 rows of can, three in the back, two, like maybe two, like one in the front, maybe three back, because it's high enough for three, and it can support its weight. At the bottom, we have our pantry goods. This is not all of them. I have one jar actually right now I need to fill up with my northern beans, and so that will be right there. I only put the beans that I eat on a regular basis, and I do have a couple of jars of black eyed peas. I put plastic on this because I need to paint the lids and put the names, and so I will put that back in its place where it belongs. Also, what I need to do is put my handy liner at the top. I'm going to wait until I'm for sure that it's completely dry, because I did paint in some little areas. So I just want to be extra cautious before I put that up there. But yeah, this is the other color that I'm using throughout my kitchen. And I know it sounds like Christmas-esque, but when you actually see it, I mean, like, it's something beyond my imagination. So this is Arabi. You want to tell everybody hi, Arabi? I have her fingerprints all in my paint, don't I? Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Um, she's about 15, 16 months, and she's just a busybody. So when I'm done with this, I would definitely let you guys see the final look. The microwave oven, I probably just leave this here for now. My basket is where I'm going to sit like condiments and stuff like that. Nothing really, not a big deal. I don't want to congest this space. I'm telling you, prior to this project, I had everything sitting on top of here. Microwave oven, blender, coffee maker. And I'm like, how did you do that? So I kind of rotated the stuff and put them in different areas. So I have like a little coffee tea section, and now my blender, I put it away because I don't use it on a regular basis. I was definitely using the blender for, it's an older built blender. I was using it to make to make my cat food, and so I make it and then I put it back now. I don't leave it out like I used to. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm happy at this space. I do need to wipe down and everything, but other than that, that's all I have for this video. I have been reading a book that has been inspirational to me and had led me to get this particular space together. Let me grab the book. Hi, I'm back. I had to go get the book. So the book that I've been reading is Marie Kondo's Kurahsi's at Home. And this is like one of my discount Dollar Tree finds. And in this book, she talks about how the home is a statement of you, the art of tidying up and organizing and achieving your ideal space, and what matters most to you. And so the art of tidying up is not the art of buying new stuff, buying more stuff. Um, it's basically, how can you utilize that space to its maximum potential um, without overdoing it. And for me, it was clearing out my space, putting everything where they need to go. There was one point in my life where I could just walk in the dark and I didn't have to worry about tripping or falling. And this is, you know, pre, I said before I hit a bunch of cats. But anyway, because that's a whole different conversation. But, just maintaining the focus. Oh, she got up there. That was my concern about putting this. Come here, little mama. You can't be up there just yet. Come here. Because that space is still wet. Come on. Get down. Get down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. I know you don't want to get from up there, but you got to. But you got to, little mama. Come on. Life as a cat owner. Yeah, so it's about, getting the maximum potential out of that space. So I don't want this video to be long, but I will be taking you along with me with some of my house projects, because I talk about them a lot and I just want you all to see what I'm working on. But yeah, this is the book. If I can, I will put the title of the book in the description below. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and this is the author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, New York Times bestseller. And so this is a second book. I don't know if this one came first or second. However, my goal this year is to tidy up this space, work with less, be a little bit more organized in my home, which is going to pour out into the rest of the other areas in my life. And yeah, so this is that me beginning that phase. So thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you'll come back soon and stay along for the journey. Yeah, stay along for this journey. I'm going to be showing furniture that I'm converting into other things that could be utilized. So I don't know if I will make this a series, but if I do, I'll just put it in the heading. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about this book, it will be in the description, okay? Along with some of my book hauls. So that will be in the link on the side. Until then, bye-bye.